What's going on, everybody? Mike Stather here.
Karl Befke with you.
Back at you with the Obsession Podcast. Karl!
Mike!
How you doing?
I'm alright. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Yeah,
so, we've touched on this on and off several times. More questions again. QDM. Quality Deer Management. What is it?
What is it really?
What is it really? And this is what we're going to do today.
Alright.
What it really is. And people are going to love it. They're going to love it.
Well, I bet there's going to be a million different views on what it really is. But what do they say? What does QDM say, Mike, that it really is?
I'm going to go through the points of what it is, and we'll go back and touch those. Okay?
Okay. That's good.
So, Quality Deer Management. This is from QDM site.
Yeah.
Quality Deer Management site. There's one out there, trust me.
Yeah, it's QDMA.com.
So, it's a philosophy that aims to create healthy deer herds that balance with the habitat.
Well, it's really that simple, Mike.
Mission statement.
Bam.
There it is.
Really? All right, yeah.
All right, so moving on. All right. So, here's the points that they say. This is quality deer management, okay?
Yep.
Number one, protecting young bucks from harvest.
Okay.
Number two, harvesting an adequate number of female deer. Number three, maintaining the desired buck to doe ratio. 4, conducting annual deer surveys.
Yep.
5, developing harvest recommendations based on data.
Facts.
Number 6, harvesting bucks based on age-based criteria regardless of antler size.
Facts again.
7,
Okay.
enhancing habitats.
Seems legitimate.
8, providing plant communities.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Plant communities. I'm getting confused now.
Okay?
Yeah.
So off of QDM.
The 8 things you need to do.
Those are the bullet points they have right on their website.
Yep.
That's what QDM is.
Okay. Nice.
So,
Do we want to discuss each one individually? Or?
we can. I just wanted to put out there, well, I'm going to put out there right away. Karl and Mike, these two guys I know,
Yeah.
I always say they are land managers. So land management is what? A healthy and sustainable deer herd. I'm just going to throw it out there right now. I'm just going to throw it out there.
That's pretty much what Karl and Mike say.
Okay. So, this is, Karl, heard of Kip Adams?
Yes, I have.
You have.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Kip Adams. Wildlife biologist.
Yep.
Certified wildlife biologist. NDA chief conservation officer.
Yep.
Very smart guy.
Smart guy.
Knows his stuff. This is from him. Okay? So this is where everybody out there, get ready. Because you're going to be mad.
I can't wait to hear
Because he
it.
says flat out,
This is how it goes.
40 to 80 acres, too small to attract, hold, and effectively manage a mature buck world.
100% correct.
Right? Okay?
Yeah.
True. Oh, what?
True.
But I want a QDM on my 20.
Really? Okay, then.
Okay?
Might want to be more of a land manager.
Yeah. But this is where we're going.
Okay, I'm listening.
This is going to be good.
Yep.
So, most deer, okay, and this is, again, facts.
Yeah.
1 deer,
Yeah.
8 acres of land to sustain it.
For a year?
Yes,
Yeah, sounds
For a year.
reasonable, yeah.
on average.
Yep.
So, I can sustain 5 deer here.
You are correct. And I can sustain, what? 8? You
About
said
8. About
acres?
8.
So maybe 9.
Yep. This is facts.
We're in trouble.
I know. It's facts.
Okay.
Again, Kip Adams, certified wildlife biologist. This
Yeah.
is from his site.
Yeah, and it's the truth.
And it is true.
Yeah.
It's very true. He's smart. This is what he does. And this is facts. Like, don't even give me the, well, I keep, okay, cool.
So what you're saying is Kip is a whitetail expert.
He is. So, everybody wants a trophy hunt, correct, Karl?
Yeah.
Right?
It seems to be that way nowadays, yes.
So, Kip states, ready for this?
Yeah.
It's going to kick everybody in the balls, right?
Yeah.
The big one, big swinger. So he says you need 5,000 plus acres to trophy manage deer, right?
I don't have that much money, Mike.
Yeah, right. Okay. So it's what you need.
5,000 acres.
Yes.
That's like almost 10 square miles.
That's what he says.
Well, he's not lying.
That'd be cool.
No, it'd be great.
So this is a kind of where I get the QDM thing, and people say they're doing QDM.
Right. Yeah, I know.
You're not.
The quality deer management correctly and quality deer management, the way people interpret it nowadays, is two different things.
Right. Well,
what else you got before we get into
yeah.
this?
Here's the thing. So 3 real types of deer hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. Traditional deer hunting.
Yeah.
Quality deer management.
Yeah.
Trophy deer management.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to break it down into those 3 areas.
Yeah.
So traditional deer management. Shoot mostly young bucks. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's normal hunting.
Right.
Okay?
Yep, 100%.
QDM. This is again Kip.
Yep.
Mainly shoot 2.5 to 4.5-year-old bucks.
So that's the statement that everybody takes.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Trophy management is a fully mature buck, 5.5 to 7.5 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so your 4-year-olds you let go.
Yes.
So this is like the juries back in the day when you'd hear Mark talk.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when you're traditional deer hunting, you shoot few, if any, does. Nobody cares. They're just shooting their bucks.
Yeah.
They see a buck, they shoot it.
Yep.
QDM, you shoot an adequate number. That's what they tell you. Adequate number.
Well, that's where the assessing what your deer herd is
Correct.
comes into play.
Correct. Trophy deer management, you shoot a high number of does.
Of course.
Because again, it's your research and your ratios, which we can get into that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And when it goes into your adult sex ratio, traditional deer hunting generally heavily skewed towards does.
Yeah, 100%.
Way more does.
Yeah.
QDM, more balanced, but it favors does.
Mm-hmm. That's, yeah.
Trophy deer management is equal or less does than bucks.
Yeah, more bucks than does.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And this keeps going every facet of your land, how it's set up.
And that's why you need 5,000 acres.
Yeah, correct.
Because you can't control the numbers if you own Mike's 40 or my 70,
No.
because my neighbors don't shoot does.
Right. So this is where we get into the QDM thing, because I hate the statement.
Yeah.
Karl hates the statement. Because I just read you the 8 things. This is from the QDM site. So are you doing these 8 things? I know that we do them. But we don't consider ourselves quality deer managers.
No.
Consider ourselves land managers.
Right. Quality deer managers, according to that, I mean, man, the buck age group thing for us, Well, let's just start with number 1. What's number 1?
Protecting young bucks from harvest.
That we do.
Right.
Yeah, we don't shoot 1.5-year-olds. We try not to shoot 2.5-year-olds if, and I'm saying if. See, this is where our stuff is different.
Yep.
If a 2.5-year-old is the biggest deer I have on my property, guess what? That's the deer I want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Same here at Mike's.
Mm-hmm.
If we have 1 3.5-year-old, 5 2.5-year-olds, and 5 1.5-year-olds. 1.5-year-olds are good to go. If there's 2 of us hunting the property, guess what? One of those 2-year-olds is probably going to get shot if we're both taking deer off that same property.
And that's where we say our 10% rule.
Right.
We use
on
our property.
Which I think is relevant.
It is relevant.
We hunt the top 10% of the deer that we have on our bucks we have on our property.
Because in theory, Karl, correct, according to quality deer management, and Kip Adams, noted wildlife biologist, whitetail properties, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
If you don't know who he is, look him up.
Yep.
Smart, knows what he's talking about. It's what he does.
Yeah.
So, I don't have 5,000 acres.
No.
Wish I did.
Oh, God.
God, do I wish I did. You know.
Yeah.
So all of them, we can't do it anyway.
Right.
Because we don't have enough land, and we don't.
Right. No, we don't.
So you need to prepare your land for what you can.
Basically.
So, I mean, okay, so let's go on to the next one. Harvesting an adequate number of female deer.
Whew.
Go ahead. I know you're waiting.
So, on my property, my neighbor, I know for a fact, my neighbor to the west, and he's quite vocal about this, does not shoot does.
Yeah.
None. How many does do we have on my property like this?
The night I shot the one and you shot two, I believe I counted 16, I believe, and they were different deer.
Yeah.
And because I had a lot of them at one time,
Yeah.
and then leave, go one way, and more deer come.
Yeah.
You know.
Excluding the 10 I see.
Yeah. On 72 acres.
That's 26 antlerless deer. Now, maybe one or two of the ones I seen Mike could have seen.
But that's not no bucks.
The majority of them came from a totally different direction than Mike could have ever seen.
How are you sustaining those deer? Because it says you can't.
I can't.
Right.
It's that simple. My food is gone, dude.
You better not shoot those doe. How many people you know that say, and they hang the sign up.
Oh, yeah.
They hang the sign up.
Quality deer manager.
They got the sign.
I know. It's a nice sign. Means nothing.
Don't shoot does.
Don't shout.
They never shoot does, ever.
I think a lot of that mentality comes from, in our particular state, we have a lot of older guys that hunted, and
Yeah.
they passed it down to their next generation where, because, 60 years ago in Wisconsin, especially southern Wisconsin, there weren't any whitetails. And I'm not lying.
Right.
In the 60s in Wisconsin, if there was a deer in southern Wisconsin, it was a pretty big deal, especially if somebody shot one.
Well, and it's funny.
But it's passed on, passed on, passed on. It is no longer relevant in our state.
It isn't. And if you go through these things, so shooting adequate number of female deer, we do that. We try to do that.
Yeah.
We try to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and most people don't QDM. I know it. I know you out there.
Oh yeah.
I know people here that don't do it.
Yeah, a lot of
and
guys.
they got the sign. Well, good, cool sign.
Yeah.
But you're not doing it.
You're not helping anything
No.
by not doing it either.
The next one goes to the same thing that you're not doing in the first one, maintaining the desired buck to doe ratio.
Right.
You can't do it if you're not killing does.
Yeah.
And if you're not killing does, you're not maintaining a ratio. If you're not doing those two, you're not QDM. Fact.
The other part about that part, where you're not killing does and trying to maintain the ratio, is understand that when you're killing does, you kill different age groups of does. So that's from a doe fawn
Yep.
all the way up to a mature doe, which to me, a 3-year-old doe is a mature doe. Fawn, 1.5, 2.5, 3-year-old, they're mature doe. They're damn near as smart as a buck in Wisconsin. And they will do stupid stuff like Mike had. This great big old doe comes out upwind of Mike, looks down into the field, starts blowing for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Couldn't see ya.
No, I have a field full of doe in front of me in the clover.
Yeah.
And the wind is at 100% in my favor.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing anything.
No, she's just a big, pissed off
Yeah.
doe. And that doe, that particular one's probably 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you gotta kill them.
Right.
They're smart.
You do. I mean, these are things. So the next one again, Karl, goes with the first three.
Yeah, this is the hard one for a lot of people, I think.
And I know we do this 100% to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
You're never going to be 100% accurate.
Right.
But that's conducting a deer survey on your property.
Yep.
We do it, have done it for a long time. And we base everything on what we're going to do on the numbers that we perceive to have. Are they 100% correct? They're not.
No.
Your numbers never are going to be 100%
Yeah,
correct. But
small property, you got deer going off, coming on,
right,
going off.
if you're not doing that, so last year we had all those doe on your property.
Yeah.
Way too many.
Way.
So we tried to take some of them out. We took some out.
Right. Not as many as we should.
No. You know, we were trying to do what we could. We're going to try to do a few more later, but it got later in the season.
Yeah, that was buck season.
Now we want to start hunting our bucks. That's our vacation.
Yep.
You know, but it shows when you have too many.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the doe will push the bucks.
Yeah, if you have too many antlerless deer on the property anyway, or that come on and off your property but stay close to the core area of your property, you're not going to have mature bucks.
Right.
And last year, don't get me wrong, we had some good bucks on the property.
Mm-hmm.
But did we have good bucks like we had the 2 years before that?
No. But the doe numbers weren't as much either.
No. So we will change this year again. And we do it on your property and my property. Changing our food, when our food comes mature for the animals to consume, when we put it in, to help maintain the correct numbers, or as close to as we can,
right,
on our property.
Which we tried to do. We tried to do it here too.
Mm-hmm.
We went out. 3 of us went out.
Yeah.
Tried to take does out, and of course couldn't get a doe that
Right.
night.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
And I don't have the same problem with doe management here as my neighbors do take does out.
Yes.
But I keep track of it.
Yeah. Well, I do know my one neighbor to the north
Yeah.
shot one doe.
Shot 1, yeah.
Out of the 100 that's probably on the property.
And I know of 6 that got killed around me. 3 got hit on the road.
So 9 total?
So 9 doe have been killed here.
Yep.
Which took me out of wanting to shoot a doe on
Yeah.
my particular property.
Yeah, that's true.
So, which goes to the next bullet point. Developing harvest recommendations based on data. So, if you're not educating yourself on your own property and your own deer herd,
Yeah.
you 100 million trillion, that's like a Biden number.
That's a million trillion.
Yeah, a million trillion. It's a million
So
trillion.
don't fall off your chair, bro.
Million trillions. You know, you can't quality deer manage.
No.
You can't. You tell me you can. Cool. You're not.
No.
And you're going to tell me this, I'm like, you're not doing it. Because you're not.
It's
Like,
fact.
Carl and I do. We sit down and we talk. Hey, right now I've got 7 adult does that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
I have 5 fawns that I've seen. And
Yeah.
I've got 4 or 5 bucks roaming right now.
Yeah.
We have too many deer.
Right.
Because if you look back, a deer per 8 acres. I can't maintain that many deer. So, like Carl said, we try to set our food up so it's later. So when those deer start to pour in later,
Yeah.
it's during the times that we're looking to take that buck out and, you know.
Yeah. When you guys are assessing all this stuff too, you have to realize you're not just, at least for anybody normal. I'm not talking, if you own 5,000 acres, congrats.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I get it.
You can email us.
Yeah.
We will come over there anytime you want.
Yeah. You want me? Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Free.
Get you some duct tape. Anyway, that being said, smaller properties, you have to assess the properties around you also. So I know, for instance, on my property, I know the neighbor to the west doesn't shoot does, but he puts a big cornfield out, 15 acres of corn. And then all his tree line is up above to the top of the ridge, and the knolls, everybody knows, okay, they're bedding up there, or they're bedding on me, right? So the whole deal comes into play. Now, I have to try and guess, because I don't own 5,000 acres, what all my neighbors around me are doing, and kind of drive around in the evenings and talk to my neighbors and assess buck-wise what might be in the area. All of that has to come into play for me to make the decisions, or Mike to make the decisions. Mike's spot, 40 acres, he's got cropland all the way around him. There's plenty of food when it's green out.
Mm-hmm.
But come late October.
Right. Which is why I have the deer.
Right.
Because they bed on mine.
Yep.
And the food is readily available.
Yep.
So, you know, that 8 acres per deer is skewed here because there's so much food around at certain times of the year.
Right.
You know, and then late, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to have that ready to sustain what you can for the amount of time that you're going to hunt.
Yeah.
Or you have nothing.
Yeah. With the size of the property, there's no way that Mike can sustain the deer numbers on the property throughout the winter.
Right.
It's just that simple. It won't happen. The 8 acres tells you that instantly. You can sustain 5 of them.
Right. And here's one of the big things too. Huge thing. So per QDM on the site, in the Google machine, harvesting bucks based on age-based criteria, research, regardless of antler size.
So it's kind of like what we do.
Yeah. So I know people
Yeah.
that will sort of be up and down that they quality deer manage.
Yeah.
And will never shoot an older age class buck with inferior, in their opinion, antlers.
So an 8-pointer.
Yeah, I ain't shooting that.
Yeah. I got a lot of 4.5, 5.5-year-old 8-pointers on the wall that are really, really, really nice deer.
I got some of these back here, and you can remember because you were with me.
Yep.
When I shot that first 8, that was like 150 inches.
Yeah.
Guys, you shoot all those you want. Get that 8.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you betcha. I said, every time it walks by me, I will shoot that deer.
Yeah, 100%.
So again, and we've shot goofy bucks. We love them.
Oh, yeah. Well,
we have shot inferior deer. There's one up there.
Yeah.
Fork tank.
That
I filmed beating the hell out of a 150 plus inch 10-pointer.
He was a fork.
And I called him to me and killed him.
Yeah.
That was my buck tag.
Yep. That's a big deer, dude.
We needed him to get out of there.
Yeah.
Because he was running off the other bucks. So I put my tag on him.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what'd you shoot that thing for? Because he's running all the other deer off anyway. He gave no F's.
Nope.
About anything else.
And just so you're aware, just because it's a fork doesn't mean that it's not an older deer.
Yeah.
That deer dressed out over 200 pounds in Wisconsin.
He's a slob.
It was a tank. The first time he walked by, we didn't shoot him.
Yeah, we didn't shoot him, and we both looked at each other and said, we should have shot that deer.
Yeah.
And he was a bully.
Yeah. He wasn't after that.
No. So, and I guarantee you right out there now, Karl, people are mad.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. They're mad.
Hey, remember to put your comments in.
Yeah,
We want to hear what you guys have to say.
We love it.
Yeah.
So, and again, we're throwing our opinions in with facts.
Oh, yeah.
So, the next one, which we do constantly if you watch us, enhancing habitat.
Yeah.
That is all we do.
Yeah.
Constantly analyze each other's property along with our own and think, what can we do to make this better?
And you guys be able to,
check
you'll
us
see
out
us
on Wednesday shows.
Wednesday shows, small property layouts coming up.
That's a plug.
That is a plug. Yeah, honestly, check that stuff out, you guys, and then give us your opinions on what you think about some of the things we're doing too. Because we're always open to. You can learn from everyone.
Trust me, it don't always work. The stuff we do.
No,
we've done things that had the opposite effect of what we wanted.
Oh, when I put way too much food in,
that we had to adjust.
Yeah. Now
and we did it here. We had way too many sites.
Of
food.
Yeah.
And it almost took away our entry.
Pretty much.
Cool. Look at all that food. How the hell do you get in there? No, you don't. You don't.
Not without educating.
You got to beam in.
Yeah. We're calling in aircraft so we can jump.
But like I said, enhancing habitats, putting in ponds, we put in trees. Yeah. We move plots, we take plots out. We add structure.
Yeah.
These are all things that we do constantly.
And we move stuff and add stuff to benefit our hunting abilities. Don't just, educate yourself on that too. Don't just put trees in to put trees in, because that's not how it works.
Nope.
You need to put trees in locations or certain ways to make the deer move. The buck I shot this year on Mike's property came up a tree line we created.
Yeah, we put it
off of a pond
we
created.
Yeah.
In
off of a bedding area that we put in. And that's 100% fact.
Yep.
The whole thing is how it worked out.
Yeah, even your deer. Romer, same thing. Come out of the bedding area.
Yep.
And did exactly what we said, because you had the decoy on that day. Yep. And he was either going out to the decoy, going to get killed there, or he come and check the wind check.
Yeah, he's going to get killed there too.
That's where he got killed.
And it's 100% what we've done. We have small properties, we do.
Yeah.
But we put our time in and do this research. It's the same thing as monitoring our herd, which is why the deer that Karl killed got killed. Because I located him there, watched what he was doing, and 2 days later, he's in the back of the truck.
Heading out. Coming to the wall of fame.
Going to taxidermist.
That's right.
That's where he's going.
Yeah.
And I'm not a quality deer manager.
No.
I'm not.
Land managers.
I'm a land manager.
Yeah.
So I say, am I an expert? No.
No.
I fail at stuff that we put in. We fail at stuff that we put in.
But that's how you learn anyway.
But yeah,
I don't like the word expert. Anybody that ever tells you you're an expert or a professional probably should be a little leery. True. In general.
That's a true statement right there.
Yeah.
The last one, and you know this as well, providing plant communities. Probably a lot of people are like, what is that?
Well, different types of plants.
Yeah.
Basically, stuff that I don't want to say emphasize it. The stuff that works together with each other to create a better atmosphere for the deer.
It's not just food.
No.
You know, a lot of people are like, well, you mean food? It's not just food.
No. It's bedding,
yeah.
food, transition, all of it.
You know, there's when you're doing, you know, one example is the TSI and hinge cutting we've done on both properties.
Mm-hmm.
We take certain trees on purpose,
yep,
which helps promote undergrowth,
yep,
which is, again, what you want.
Yes.
So that one thing does a couple things. So, like Carl's saying, you know, things that work together. Yeah. You're not going to go in there and be like, hey, look at that 4-foot oak. Let's cut that thing down.
Yeah.
Don't cut that down.
No.
You know.
No.
Or look at, you know, both of our wives' favorite trees.
Oh, birches.
Birches, which they absolutely have coronaries. And those are the ones we cut down.
What are you guys doing?
We cut them things down.
Yeah.
You know, like cordwood.
I got yelled at last year, and then I just blamed it on Mike. I said, Mike cut them all down.
I took the heat. I don't care. I'm not scared. But, you know, that's creating, you know, the communities, things that are going to work together. You know, so look at all of these. So you can tell me you're doing all these, cool, but you don't have 5,000 acres.
No.
I don't know anybody that's got that much land.
No. You can
Well, I take that back. It's all west.
Well, that's true.
It's all west. But that's not hunting land. It's just land.
I mean,
It's hunting land to us. But it's not managed for hunting land.
It's not managed
at all.
No, it's cattle land.
Yeah, it's cattle land.
But yeah, in general, I don't care if you got 1,000 acres. Basically, what Kip's telling you got 1,000 acres, you can't do quality deer management.
Not enough.
And we all like to think that we're going to grow giant deer on our property.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's nothing holding deer on your property. Remember, it's a free roaming animal. It's not, number one, it's not your deer until after you take that animal.
Correct.
Then it's your deer.
Yeah.
Very few of us, or very few of you even listening right now, can say that you could actually do quality deer management the way that it's described right there. And that's not a bad thing. But if we get, say, 20 of us, 30 of us together, and we all do it, guess what?
Yeah. And
it works, and it benefits. Even if you have two guys, that let's just say it's 300 acres, or 200 acres, or 150 acres, or whatever. If those two people do it, they start showing results, and the neighbors are deer hunters, guess what happens?
Yeah, and that's some things, too, that I was going to get into that, you know, Kip says. He shows, okay, so you have 150 acres.
Yeah.
And this guy over here has 40, and this guy has 70, this guy's got 100.
Yeah.
You know, and he's drawing circles.
Yeah.
And all the properties, how they're all just hit my mic and shut off. How they're all connected.
Yeah.
So now you have, you know, you're still not up to that 5,000 acre thing.
Right.
But now you have a significant chunk of land where everybody's doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can shoot bigger bucks if that's what you do. And that's what everybody wants to do. Don't tell me that's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want to do.
If you're listening to this show and you tell me that you don't want to shoot bigger deer, I'm going to call you a liar anyway.
Yeah.
Because you have the interest in quality deer management, number one. You have the interest in deer hunting. And I haven't met a deer hunter yet, and there might be a few out there, but majority of you are lying, that won't shoot a big buck and would rather shoot a year and a half old or maybe a 2.5 year old.
I would never believe that ever.
Yeah.
Unless I could physically sit there and see somebody do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to shoot this doe instead of this big buck.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I have shot doe instead of a buck, but that's because my buck tag.
That's because you didn't have a tag.
Well,
it's because you didn't have a tag.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. If you actually have a tag,
now the truth comes out.
That's pretty nice.
There you go.
True, nice looking doe.
True. Nope, shooting the buck.
So and we're gonna get in this. This will never stop. The QDM will never stop. And these are facts, bullet points right off QDMA site, which there's a ton of them. But this is the things they say. This is. Like I said, Kip Adams, not to steal him, but I'm not saying nothing bad. He's smart. This is what he does.
Yeah.
They set up properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I bought my property through wildlife, whatever. Whitetail properties.
Yeah.
Big deal. They put the sign out front. That don't mean anything.
Right.
It's 40 acres. Oh, we shot a buck here once. Cool.
Yeah.
Won't mean anything.
So have you. So have I.
Yeah, so have I. Lots of them.
Yep.
And I shoot what I can shoot. And we'll do a whole nother topic on this, but Karl and I shoot what we shoot every year because of the work that we do.
Yeah.
Coming into it and managing and knowing what we have and doing the time. And this is what we do. It's what we love to do. That's why you're successful. So don't tell me you're a QDM when you're not.
Yeah, and don't expect to buy property in an area that's QDM and immediately start shooting big deer. Right. That's not how it works. And like Mike said, putting work to shoot deer, a good deer every year, takes work, takes benefit, takes time. Mm-hmm. It takes your effort. It just doesn't happen. Don't get me wrong. There are those times somebody walks in the woods, great big deer walks by them, they shoot it. But repeat it year after year after year. Do you want to shoot a big buck one time out of 50 years of hunting? Or do you want to shoot a good buck every year for 50 years?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to tell you, how many people do you know? I'd be like, man, I went to shot that deer. Oh, that's cool. How many you have on the wall? One?
Yeah. Start out, shot a 150 incher, and then the next thing.
I'm never shooting unless it's bigger than that. Okay.
Yeah, that's your choice. Yeah.
Your choice. I'm going to.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot the biggest deer I have an opportunity to shoot every year.
I'm going to. I mean, this year, I have 40 acres.
Yeah.
We shot a 3.5 and 4.5-year-old off of it.
Yep.
This year. The one was here last year.
Yep.
That we knew. The other one showed up, unfortunately for him.
And we killed him 2 days later.
He ate it.
Yep.
And every year, somehow, we seem to shoot 3.5 and 4.5-year-olds.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. 100% would we love to be able to let deer go to be 7.5?
Oh, God.
I would do it. Karl would do it.
Yeah.
If we owned this whole block.
Oh, yeah. There'd be some big deer.
We could do it.
Yep.
But we don't. So we work with what we got. And like Karl said, I would rather shoot a really good deer every year for 50 years than shoot one gigantic deer.
Yeah.
And it's the only one I kill.
Yeah, well, what fun is in that? Can you imagine that?
It's awesome. There's nothing better.
Yeah. And like Mike was saying, I mean, what the heck was it? Was it not last year, but the year before? We both took good bucks off of my property.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't care whose property we shoot it on. We spend time on both, working together to get it done, putting all the work in so we can shoot whatever percentage, top 10% of the property or a deer on the property.
The trophies that we shoot to us.
Yeah. Yeah, never start thinking that you're going to be rich anyway shooting giant deer. That ain't going to happen.
I lose more money every year shooting them. That's fun.
Yeah.
I
love it.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's right.
Spend all of it. I mean, I think, we can stop this one here.
Yeah.
And I think, we're going to do another one later.
Yeah.
About the negative effects of QDM. Because that's out there too.
That's true. There's a lot.
That's a whole nother.
We'll get into that later. We appreciate you guys listening. If you get a chance, want to subscribe to the channel. First, I want to say before we even go any further, you guys leave your comments about quality deer management. We really want to hear what you guys think about it. And do you practice it? Yep. Or what's your version of quality deer management? That'd be even better. Yeah. Listen to what everybody's got to say.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna tell us.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Looking forward to that.
That's what keeps us going.
That does. You guys drive the whole thing, so we appreciate each and every one. If you get a chance, want to subscribe to the channel, hit the Reaper in the lower left-hand corner. While listening to the podcast, instead of watching it here on YouTube, you can listen at
RSS.com,
iHeart,
Spotify,
Google,
Apple,
Amazon,
and then watch us on YouTube.
Check out our pretty faces right here on YouTube. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to watch us on Instagram, check us out at Rush Outdoors WI or The Obsession Podcast Hunting. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, buddy.